We're back for another live stream, and we're here for the Saturday Live special. Yes, we're here, and we got a good 4 of you in here. Good to see. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Saturday live stream. Ta-da! Yes, right, we're here now. And let's see who's here. Hi, Blacksmith. Hello to you. Hello, hello, hello to Blacksmith. Certainly is it a pleasure seeing you in here. Pleasure always, Blacksmith. Well, to what do we owe you this pleasure? Always. And we've got a good 6 of you in here, but some of you are probably lurking. I think Harriet and Jody are lurking. That's the likely concluded guess and assumption to make, but I wouldn't want to do it rudely. Certainly not. But I wonder who the other 6 are who are in the chat right now as we so speak. But I need to check something real quick to see if all is in the right order and all the rest of it. Everything's in the right order. Gotta see. Yes, it's on subscriber mode, fortunately enough. Just received your Sapper's mug. Oh, how brilliant. How brilliant, Blacksmith. Hello, Julia. Hello, Julia. Julia, I wouldn't say hello without giving you a great big hug and squeeze, always. Daphne and Nixie say hello, and I've been giving them the pats and strokes when they've permitted so on your behalf, Julia, just to say. Yeah. Ta-da! Maureen's here. Hello, 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 Maureen. It's certainly a pleasure. Oh, Damien, that is Julia's son, by the way. Son or grandson, I don't know, but that's Julia who you're talking to, Blacksmith. Marcia, Mr. and Mrs. Toms are here. Hello to Mr. and Mrs. Toms, who are in our friendship group live streaming as we speak. And of course, not to mention, Master Wookie, Lady Lily, and Little Girl Sky. Little Girl Sky is the one who has the affinity for squeaky toys. Master Wookie is the one who has the affinity for pinball tournaments, self-professed and self-created pinball tournaments. And Lily is the one who has an affinity to dash outside into the garden. And Mr. and Mrs. Toms, well, let's just say they've got an affinity for comedy and naughty boy, naughty girl banter, provided it is not over the top, because it's over the top naughty boy, naughty girl banter that does make them rather upset, or in very many bits and pieces, rightly so, offended. So even though they're all in for comedy and for jokes and naughty boy, naughty girl fun, we've got to keep it clean with Mr. and Mrs. Toms. Because in the Toms household, if you do one thing wrong, you will have, and obviously you're going to get a serious warning from both of them and all that. Southern Magnolia. Oh, you didn't have to. That was very generous of you. Thank you. Thank you. This was certainly very generous of you. You certainly didn't have to. Thank you, Magnolia. Thank you. Thank you. You certainly didn't have to, but it's not quite Christmas yet, but Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Magnolia. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you, Julie. I'm happy learning that this is exciting for you, this live stream. That was very generous of Magnolia to have given me the super thanks donation. Magnolia certainly did not have to, but thank you, Magnolia. Thank you. You well and truly didn't have to, but thank you. Thank you. Oh, Silent Nights, yeah. Hello to you, my lady. Hello to you. Hope you're okay. But I am sorry if I had caused any hurt and upset to Mr. and Mrs. Toms. My apologies if I had caused any hurt, as I was only trying to say some nice things about both of you and nothing rude. No, really, I didn't mean anything hurtful or rude. But if I had, but obviously if I had, I'm obviously going to be hearing back from them privately. But if I had caused any hurt and upset, Mr. and Mrs. Toms, particularly to you, Marcia, I really very greatly apologize. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you for telling me so. Thank you. Thank you for your kindly assurance towards me. But I'm happy learning you were not upset by what I'd said. Hello, Tasso. Yes. Oh, yes, I forgot. I completely forgot. Thank you, Tasso. Happy Catterday. Happy Catterday to all. Happy Catterday to Linda, Tasso, and happy Catterday to you and everybody in here. Thank you, Tasso. Thank you. Oh, Harriet's here. Hello, 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 Harriet. And I think Jodie's probably still lurking, I would guess. Yes, you were obviously in the background, weren't you, Harriet? Yes. I mean, Magnolia certainly didn't have to do so, Harriet. Magnolia certainly didn't have to. It was a a generously kind gesture for what Magnolia just did. A very overly kind and kindly generous gesture what Magnolia did. I mean, Magnolia certainly didn't have to, but thank you, Magnolia. Thank you. Thank you. No, really, thank you, Magnolia. Thank you. Thank you. How about a hug and cuddle to our Harriet? Of course, I'd always give hugs and cuddles to our Harriet, wouldn't we? Hugs and cuddles to our Harriet always. Obviously, yeah. No, I won't say because it will obviously cause hurt and upset to some. So I won't say zip it on that. Thank you, Blacksmith. Thank you for your friendliness toward Harriet. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, thank Magnolia. I cannot thank you enough for this. I really cannot thank you enough. Oh my goodness, wow. Julia, really? Have been adopted by new neighbor's cat because of your stormy week. Pleasure always, Harriet. Pleasure always. I mean, no thanks to Willa, who deceived you very horribly for wanting a cuddle when you only tried to give her a cuddle because you thought she came into bed with you to have a cuddle, only for her to have bitten you. Very deceptive thing that she did. And then only for her to go completely mental when you locked her in the bathroom to calm her down from biting you. Naughty Willa. Shapper, hello to you. Hello, good. It's obviously good evening time in the United Arab Emirates, isn't it? Yes. Sat in your garden. I mean, obviously the weather's good enough to sit out in the garden in December in the UAE, isn't it? But obviously not here in England. Too cold. Diane, hello, my lovely Diane. Hello to you. Wonderful. Certainly, to what do I owe the pleasure? Yes, do give a resoundingly large hello to Sapper. Thank you, Monsieur and Harriet. Thank you. Yes, Sapper. Blacksmith just got your grumpy Sapper mug. He's just received your mug. Yes, thank you, Blacksmith. I do know, yes. Just to let you know, Sapper, you're just being informed by Blacksmith now that he has received your mug, the grumpy Sapper mug. And it's only a matter of time before I'll be getting the grumpy Sapper mug, and I'll be drinking milk and lemon and lime water in it. Hot lemon and lime water, that is. Little bit of naughty boy, naughty girl fun. Yes. Yeah, so I had to pull my chair in a little. Thank you, Sapper. No, I'm looking forward to getting your grumpy Sapper mug. I really am looking forward to getting your mug. And well done for getting the mugs custom made. I mean, it's well done. Impressive how you managed to get the mugs custom made for you to sell as merch. Well done, Sapper. So certainly do I applaud you for that achievement of yours. I certainly would. Indeed, I would for sure, most certainly. Oh, thank you, Julia. Thank you for your kindly endearment towards Sapper himself. Thank you. Thank you, lovely Julia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your friendliness towards, I would presume, to Julia, Sapper, but Julia does have much respectable reverence towards you. And I, obviously, for one, have a huge amount of respectable reverence towards you, too, as do all of us, as do the predominantly all of us here in the chat. Harriet, Blacksmith, Marcia, almost certainly likely included, too. Yes, Sapper's going live tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time. He most certainly is indeed. His mug is on. Harriet will link the website as to where Sapper's mugs are being sold. Maureen, just to say. Oh, Blacksmith, thank you most greatly kindly for your friendly wishes towards Diane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And there's some news to share. As we know, we are getting tantalizingly closer towards the Christmas live stream schedule. And, oh, Sapper, you've got some news. Well, this is Sapper's news right now, and I'm going to read it out. I will be seeking to get print companies in the US, United States of America, Canada, and Australia to enable people to purchase in the new year, currently just in the United Kingdom, UK. Well, good luck with it, Sapper. I believe you're going to succeed in shipping your Grumpy Sapper mugs internationally. I believe you're going to succeed extremely well with it. Oh, thank you. Yes, I know, Sapper. Well done, Sapper, on getting 108 people in your chat last week. And I hope the peak number goes above that. I sincerely hope the peak number shoots above that, for sure. I really am hoping so, Sapper. But right now, getting to my news, regarding live stream news, that is. We are now, as we all know, we are tantalizingly close towards the Christmas live stream schedule now. Because on Monday, which is going to be the 16th of December of 2024, at 10 p.m. UK time hours, this is going to mark the official debut launch of the Christmas live stream series. And we're going to be doing about 1 hour on Monday of the 16th of December of 2024. The Christmas live streams will namely have a varied time between 60 to 90 minutes, the Christmas live streams. But the final Christmas live stream series, before the Christmas Eve live stream, the final Christmas live stream special on the 23rd of December, is going to last approximately for a good, let's give it a good 2 hours or so, and then we're going to finish it at that. Because the 23rd of December, just to tell all of you here, it will mark our lovely Zeph's birthday. Zephyr K9. Zephyr K9. It will be her birthday on the 23rd of December of 2024. And I want to make the final Christmas live stream before the Christmas Eve live stream proceedings. I want to make the final of the Christmas live series, the final live stream episode, that is, as special as possible and as long as possible to mark the special moment, the special milestone on Zeph's birthday, just to tell oneself of things. Because it's not every day one has a birthday, it's just once a year. Only as truth has things. Oh, sorry about that. Just had to let out a yawn because I was up very early this morning seeing a steam train, and I'm going to be seeing it later tonight. I'm not going to say where, but I'm not going to say where I'm going to see the steam train, but I'm going to be seeing a steam train later this evening. Well, Sapper, we stand beside you always. We stand beside you always, and we will always be happy to lift your channel up and increase its growth in whatever way we can. Of course we will, Harriet. You're certainly all the more true right there. You're completely all the more true right there. I heard that there's going to be a Christmas live stream with Graham and Fiona. It was only just announced today in Graham and Fiona's recent video. But I don't know if it's scheduled as of yet or not. They're not scheduled yet. The Christmas live streams are not scheduled as of yet. You know, so I've not seen the live stream scheduled as of yet, but I heard that there's going to be a Christmas live stream within Graham and Fiona's content. But I too am going to be doing Christmas live streams, but I haven't heard from Trevor that there's going to be a Christmas live stream as of yet. But when it gets scheduled, I will certainly tune in to watch it, for sure. But I too am also going to be going to partake in Christmas live streams as well, you know. It's always a good thing to do Christmas live streams, isn't it? You know, and bring people together, especially those who are going to be on their own for Christmas and all that. Oh, thank you, Julia. Thank you. That was certainly very nice of you to say so. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, God, we're going on to food. Heard that Aldi's Christmas cake is delicious. How lovely. How lovely learning so from this, Diane. How lovely. Miss a proper Christmas cake. I could imagine so, Sapper. I could certainly only all the more imagine only far too well on that. Thank you. Thank you, Harriet, for posting up the link to Sapper's upcoming live stream for tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. We always thank our Harriet for her generosity, don't we? And always a nice long hug and cuddle to our Harriet. And all that. Yes. Oh my goodness, I didn't hear the news on that, sir, but I did not see the news story regarding that. But my goodness, a train hit an elephant yesterday. It was chopped to bits. Bloody hell. You always used to make your own Christmas cake, not now. Oh, gosh. The Xmas lives could be a source of comfort for people. No, I totally agree. I totally agree. You've been up since 5 a.m. on Saturday. Yes, of course, it's Sunday now because it's Australia, because you're ahead, aren't you? Well, it nearly sounded like it was the real news, but a good joke there. I knew you were really joking, but it sounded like a serious news article, but it was a good joke. Good one, Sap. Elephant cage. Oh my goodness. Silly, silly, silly. No, I mean, living, loneliness on Christmas morning, to share something. Loneliness on Christmas and by and large in general is heartbreaking. So it becomes at utmost vital importance, really, to do something like a Christmas live stream to bring those who are lonely and on their own for Christmas, to bring them together with a group, to give them a sense of belonging and all that, which I believe is completely the right way forward, helping those who are lonely. and all that. And I've got some presentations I want to show some of you. It's a little early to show now, but I think I'll show one all the same, and then I'll give it a bit of time for many of you to share your views on this. Sapper, okay, then I'm going to show the presentation. Yes, Sapper, you will do a Christmas live for around 20 minutes on Christmas Day. But not. I don't know if I'm going to do a Christmas Day live stream as of yet. But if I get around to a Christmas Day live stream, it will be scheduled Christmas Eve. Because by Christmas Eve, I'll know if I'll be able to do a Christmas live or not on Christmas Day. But if I do happen to do a Christmas Day live stream, Sapper, it will be longer than 20 minutes. It will probably be about a good long hour or so, or possibly 2 hours. Wanda's here. Hello, Wanda. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Just trying to decorate a bit, even though you'll be spending Christmas by yourself. You find the season the best time of year. You jump into all the lives as it's comforting. Oh, Wanda, do be assured, I've got some Christmas live streams scheduled up. And this, just to let all of you know, this is the last Saturday live special, the Saturday live stream special before the Christmas live streams. But in the early hours of the 16th of December of 2024, at 12:15, quarter past midnight, early hours, 16th December, that is, it's going to be the last late night live stream until after Christmas. Then after that, this one and the late night live, we're going to be getting through the Christmas live streams, which are going to have a varied duration or timing of 60 to 90 minutes. And then after the 23rd of December, there's the Christmas Eve live stream, with the potential of there being a Christmas Day and Boxing Day live stream special. And once those are done, it's going back to the live stream schedule, back to as normal. Back to live stream schedule as usual afterwards. We do have a tree, but it's a very small Christmas tree. It's a tiny Christmas tree we've got, but it's yet to be decorated. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Diane, Harriet, and Blacksmith. Thank you for your friendliness towards Wanda. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Julia, was this in referral to something I'd said earlier on? Please do explain so that I'm at least familiar of your referral. They've agreed to play your songs too. Oh, enchanted. Oh, enchanted. You will, and we'll show you all the golf club, and where you'll be having Christmas dinner. Enchanted. How brilliant. How brilliant. Right, now. Yes. No, it's fantastic news, Marcia. It's totally fantastic news. But now, just to say with all of you, now that we've listened to some news and Christmas live stream news and all that, it's soon going to be time to show you'll be visiting your younger son over Christmas. Do have a nice time with your younger son, Julia. And I'm happy you won't be lonely for Christmas. But right now it's time to show something interesting. It's time to show a presentation, a new presentation, albeit, which I'm going to show to each and all of you. Let's have a good look at this. Welcome to another little insight here of an event that I'm known to annually attend. This representation of this very event in this live stream here will be showing and showcasing the Tenterden Bus Rally. The Tenterden Bus Rally, it by and large annually takes place either on the second Sunday of August or the third Sunday of August every single year. I've been attending this very event since August of 2021, and from my experiences from going to this event, I would certainly give it a big recommendation, and I would certainly recommend anybody, those up in the length of the United Kingdom in its full entirety, and certainly those abroad, to give this event a try and worth going to. That's if they were over from their home country to the United Kingdom at the time of when the Tenterden bus rally was running, just to share an example. But Tenterden bus rally, it takes place right outside of the Kent-and-East-Sussex Steam Railway, because Tenterden is the starting point of the Kent-and-East-Sussex Steam Railway, and that is where the Tenterden bus rally takes place, right outside of the starting point of the Kent-and-East-Sussex Steam Railway. So every time I go to Tenterden bus rally every single year, I always see the Kent-and-Sussex Steam Railway in the background, and sometimes even hear the steam and diesel engines in the background whilst I'm attending to it. It's worth going to. From the moment I first went to Tenterden bus rally, it was the week after I first went to Tinker's Park, going back to August of 2021 now. I do look back, and I certainly do not turn back and look back on it now. It was after Tinker's Park, I checked the website again, and I thought, right, Tenterden bus rally, well, I think now that's the next event I've got to do. Having pushed myself to go into Tinker's Park, as most of you know, despite being feeling broken and crippled with sadness at the time, I pushed myself into going to the Tenterden after Tinker's Park, and it obviously took time, but as you know, over time I steadily began to realise the positive effect it had on me attending. But the special credit goes to David Scott for sending me the link to the very website that advertised and represented the Tenterden bus rally itself. And it was only through that website, David sent me a link to, that I found out about Tenterden bus rally itself. And because of that, I've now been going every year since. And I would not change going to Tenterden bus rally for the world. And maybe, just maybe, one day in the future, I may one day have a ride on the Kent-and-East-Sussex Steam Railway whilst attending the Tenterden bus rally in the future. But we've got to give it a go. I mean, I don't know if I will give it a go or not, but I will certainly give the Kent-and-East-Sussex Steam Railway a ride whilst within the Tenterden bus rally event. But obviously I would have to get back in time for the final bus departure from Tenterden railway station. But Tenterden bus rally, it's worth going to, especially if one wants to have a ride on the preserved steam railway, since it takes place right outside of it. Thank you all for taking the time with listening to this very presentation. Thank you most greatly sincerely for listening always. Ta-ta for now. Here's the Tenterden bus rally for 2025. That was one of my recent presentations. And I think I'm missing something. Am I missing anything? Oh dear, I'm sorry it made you do the same thing, Julia. Sorry. Oh, hello, Bill. Hello to you, Bill and Hailey. Hello to you both. Hello. Yes, Bill. Tenterden bus rally. It's located outside of Tenterden railway station in County Kent. Just to tell you of things. That's where it's located. Thank you, Blacksmith. Thank you for your friendliness towards Bill. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Bill, for your friendliness towards Blacksmith. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, always, my lovely Heidi. Hello. But sorry about certain cuts, if it sounded like there were certain cuts in the presentation when in the voice recording part. But I gave it the best I could. Did the best shot I could, but sorry about the certain cuts in the voice recording, because I didn't know it was going to happen until that point. But there, one can only do their best, can't they? Which is only as truth has things. There you are. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for your friendliness towards Hailey. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Harriet. Thank you. You cannot get out to a Christmas dinner and still so weak and sleep more than half the day. Oh, poor you, Wanda. You're still very weak. Oh, poor you. You do have nurses that come in daily. I'm in jolly good mood. Still read to your students. At least you're still able to do something, but I'm so sorry that you can't get out. Awful. Awful. Oh, it's frozen cold in Brighton, Bill. It's nothing but frozen cold. It's completely frozen cold over in Brighton now. Nothing but. Oh, goodness, I don't know. I do not know, Sapper. I really don't know. Oh, Herman's here. Hello, hello to you, Herman. Hello. Yes, and a Merry Christmas to you too. Yes, yes. We can well and truly see it's you. But Bill was asking where's Tenterden Bus Rally. Tenterden Bus Rally, it takes place outside of Tenterden Railway Station, which is the beginning of the Kent and East Sussex Steam Railway. Just to tell you of things. And it normally takes place and Tenterden Bus Rally, Bill, it normally takes place on the 2nd or 3rd Sunday of August, just to tell you. I'll let you know. Not really, no. Not really, Bill, no. No. Haven't put a stocking out for a very long time, but something I should get back into doing. You got some coal for your grandmother this year for her present. Oh, Herman. Oh, Jody. Hello, Jody. Back to lurking. Hello to you, Jody. I knew you were lurking. I certainly, by and large, knew you were lurking in the background, weren't you? Santa will be able to empty his sack. Yes, he certainly would. He most certainly would, Sap. It certainly is a resoundingly large hello to our Jody, isn't it? Thank you, Blacksmith, Diane, and Hailey for your friendliness towards Jody. Thank you. And thank you, Bill, for your friendliness towards Sapper. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Herman. Thank you for your friendliness to all of us as usual. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Sapper, for your friendliness towards Diane. Thank you. Thank you. Have to keep me on my toes. I am on my toes, though, Jody. I very much am on my toes, to assuredly tell you on things. Yes, yes. No, do be assured, Jody, I am very, very, very much on my toes. Off you got to go. Ta-ta for now, Herman. Do have a nice day. Ta-ta for now. I really don't drink it very often, but I do drink a hot lemon and lime water, however. Just to say. Thank you, Silent Night. Thank you, my lady. I am going to get my hair cut in a few short days. I am going to be getting my hair cut in a few short days, Silent Night. But otherwise, thank you. Thank you for your compliments regarding my hair. I still have a full head of it at the moment, But some men are blessed with having a full head of hair, some are not. But it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for your kindly empathized sympathy towards Wanda. Thank you. Thank you. I should use Brill cream. I use hair conditioner, Sapper, but interesting suggestion. Looks nice as it is. You should see it when it's cut. But one thing I can assuredly tell you, Silent Night, is that I never, 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 never have a shaved haircut. The only type of haircut I have is a scissor cut. And it's never shaved off. Well, I mean, it can get partially shaved, but it's scissor cut. But one thing I can say is I never have a completely shaved haircut every time it's done, because it's namely a scissor cut haircut that I have, not shave haircut. I mean, I never have skin-phased hair. I certainly wouldn't go for that. And one thing I would never do is shave myself bald. I would never shave myself bald. No, I'm sorry, Diane, but I would never grow it long. No, I'm afraid not. No. I mean, every couple of months or so, I get it cut. And then after a couple of months or so, it's time to get it cut. And then the cycle just repeats itself afterwards. But one thing I'm never, never, never going to do, I'm never going to shave off my hair. I would never, never, never do that. Oh, Samantha's here. Hello, Samantha. Or as Zappa would say, Samantha! Didn't you mean Sudoku, Wanda? Cryptograms? You wear layers, so I'm never cold. Good. I wear plenty of winter layers, fortunately. I wear many winter layers. There's a hairdresser, actually. My local hairdresser is actually very close to me, Bill. And it's very easy for me to just walk up there for whenever my hair needs to be cut. For whenever I need my hair cut, I just walk up there. So it is actually nearby my local hairdresser. Oh my goodness, am I missing Rexy? Because Diane and Blacksmith have just said hello to Rexy. Is he here? Is he? Oh, good evening, Rexy. Good evening to you. Certainly is it a pleasure seeing you on here. Oh no, Samantha's got a headache. Oh, poor you, Samantha. I'm so extremely sorry hearing you've got a headache. So extremely sorry hearing so. Thank you, Wanderer and Blacksmith, for your friendliness towards one another. But now I'm going to show another presentation in the StreamYard live stream. Oh, have you got to go? Ta-ta for now, Julia. Ta-ta for now. Hugs to you always. Ta-ta for now, my lovely Julia. Yes, Bill? Oh, your popcorn's ready, right? Time to show the next presentation. And it's a new one, albeit. Let's give it a good watch, shall we? This insight, well, it may be a little unusual, but I thought it'd be worth sharing. This little insight is showing a slideshow of a few pictures featuring certain buses and coaches that were used on hire for rail replacement services. This was back in the very, very latterly part of November of 2024, when I saw some rail replacement services running outside of Brighton railway station. I mean, I'm not sure if a bus ride would appeal to a very great many of you on here, and I'm not sure if any one of you would use a bus for a bus day trip or to simply go somewhere to meet a friend or so. I'm not sure on that, but this one here shows a little presentation of rail replacement buses here. Might sound a little boring, but I thought it'd be worth sharing. Rail replacement bus services, on the other hand, with the distinction, unlike a normal running bus service that runs a regular route and regular service on set numbers of days with a set timetable, rail replacement buses, or rail replacement bus services, on the other hand, they run at random times because railway repair work happens at random. It doesn't just happen on a fixed time, it can happen at random, anytime, any day, anywhere. And so bus companies, it's my concluded assumption that bus companies are hired by the railway companies to use rail replacement bus services to get the passengers to where they need to go to and all that when it comes to railway repair work, and there are no running train services, except for certain public holidays, that is, by and large, and all that. But this little presentation shows the representation of rail replacement bus services, and they come at variable importance when the railways are not running, in order to help passengers get to where they need to go to, whilst the railway is undergoing extensive and important engineering improvements or serious repair work, by and large, on the whole. Thank you all for taking the time in listening to this insight and presentation on rail replacement bus services, and do share your thoughts on this insight, and of course share your thoughts as to whether or not you use a bus or not. Thank you for listening. Ta-ta for now. That was another presentation here. Oh, Sap, you had to say something. Back seats of buses are really uncomfortable. I mean, the back seat's not the best part to sit in. The ideal seat I would recommend on a bus, Sapper, is the front seat, not the back. That is. Back seat window. I'd recommend the front seat window highly, you know. Oh, Wanda, thank you for your friendliness towards Rexy. Thank you. Thank you. I could imagine. I wouldn't know. That I wouldn't know as of yet, but certainly a lot. By and large, a lot, most likely. Bill, if above and beyond anything. It was certainly a pleasure having you on, Samantha. It's always a pleasure having you on board. And thank you, Rexy, for your friendliness towards Wanda. Thank you. Thank you. But this is one of the newer presentations I had to share here. You know, one of the newer presentations. You know. But do share your thoughts on the first two presentations I was showing. One of the Tenterden bus rally and one about rail replacement buses. And I will be showing another one. Before the live is over, I will show the other new presentation I've got in store. He had a landslide replacement buses for 6 weeks. Wow, 6 weeks. Oh my goodness. That's a very, very long time for rail replacement buses to be running because of a landslide. No, landslides are real natural disaster. No, landslides are well and true disaster, if above and beyond anything. Real showcased disaster and all that. Been on the National Express? Oh, well done, Bill. Well done. You love coach trips? Oh, how enchanted. Oh, so that would have been a long time ago now. But what a disaster Network Rail had to deal with. What a real disaster Network Rail had to deal with back then. Well and truly so. Yes, but gosh, what a real disaster. Oh, and another thing, trouble is they never did the job properly when it had maintenance, so was yes, well shared point there, Bill. Very well shared point indeed. You know. Oh, you off to the supermarket? Ta-ta for now, Sapper. Hope your shopping trip works out all right for you. Hope the shopping trip works out okay. See you tomorrow on your live. Ta-ta for now, Sapper. Ta-ta for now. Good question there, Bill. Very good question there. Could you get Bill some... Could Sapper get Bill some crisps? That's a good one. Thank you, Silent Nine. Thank you, my lady. And thank you, Heidi and Harriet, for your friendliness towards Sapper. Thank you. Thank you. And well, in about 2 minutes' time, we are going to show another presentation of mine. And this could by and large interest some of you, but I'll leave it for you to share your thoughts on. I'll leave it for all of you to share your thoughts on. Oh, and Rex, he had something to say about Network Rail. To be fair, Network Rail, they were not around when the tracks were laid back in the 19th century. The Brighton Main Line is over 180 years old and opened 1864. That'd be 160 years old. 180 would be 1844. 180 years ago would be 1844, Rexy. So that would be 160 years ago if it's 1864. True, this is only as truth has things, Bill. Yes, it's only as truth has things. Oh, Maureen, thank you. Thank you. You love my shirt and jumper. Beautiful shades of blue. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Thank you. Thank you for the kindly compliments regarding what I was wearing. Thank you. And I've got wool trousers on with wool socks and slippers. You know. Socks and slippers is what I always wear socks and slippers, as you know, in the house. And just to by and large share, that's I can by and large share that. But if you want, in case you want to see, wait a moment. In case one wants to see, or those are the wool trousers and socks and slippers I've got on to go with it. But obviously I wear slippers all the time and socks all the time, you know, taking into account one feeling the cold, but there we have things. Thank you, Silent Night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I never wear jeans or anything like that. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I don't wear jeans. You have slippers on too, cold feet. Yes, I've got cold feet, unfortunately. But there we are. There we are. Oh, we've got somebody else here. Hello to Southern and Solent on board. Hello to you. Hello. But what was I saying? Oh, yes. I mean, I never wear jeans, but there we are. Need to get some warm slippers. There are plenty of good slippers one could buy. I'd certainly recommend, I mean, obviously have a good look first, Hailey, before you just make the final decision. That's my recommendation. But looking at slippers, it's hard to find the right one for one's preference. But obviously, but I believe you figured it out well. Oh, okay, now I see your point, Rexy. Yes, now I see your point. Yes. However, the track that was laid and the infrastructure is over 180 years old. The whole London to Brighton opened 159 years ago. Brighton Station was opened in 1840, which was over 180 years ago. Oh, Brighton opened up in 1840, 184 years ago. That'll be 185 years next year. Oh, London to Brighton route. I mean, not only is it historic, but it's never going to be forgotten. Sheepskin insoles make a fantastic difference in keeping your feet warm. Well shot point there, Maureen. Very well shot point indeed. Right now, we're going to show another presentation. Sit back, relax, and let's watch the next presentation here. Right, okay. Welcome to another representation here, or a presentation on this slideshow. Now, in this very presentation here, this one is showing an enchanted, wonderful place, which I must say, oh my goodness, I'm surprised it's not a prominent point of interest, when I really do personally think it should be a prominent point of interest, this very place. And this very place I'm talking to you about and showing here, this place needs no introduction, Amberley Transport Museum. Amberley Transport Museum, it well and truly needs to be a prominent point of interest to go to in the United Kingdom as a whole. But never mind if not. But hopefully it could change. Never say never. It's possible it could change in a few years' time, but we shall see. We shall see. It could change to being a highly prominent point of interest, to the point where tourists just flock to go and see this place and go visit it and all that. But we shall see what happens. That's for the future to decide in its fate of entirety and all that. That is only as truth has things. But yes, here we are. The Amberley Transport Museum, as you can see here, this is namely presenting and showing an event. This event, as seen in the Amberley Transport Museum here, was the Amberley Museum Autumn Bus Show event, which took place earlier this year on the 22nd of September of 2024. And goodness, did I certainly believe it was a resoundingly brilliant success and a fantastic event well worth going to. Amberley Museum, they're generally open even when there are no events, but they're only opened over certain months of the year. They do close over a certain period, like quite a good few other museums here in the length and breadth of England and the United Kingdom as a whole, and other museums around the world that represent a lot of historical heritage, insights and vintage history and all that. Most of those museums, I mean, I'm not saying this is prejudice, but generally, to by and large, share a fair point. Many close at certain times of the year before reopening at a certain time of the year, namely for tourist season or just before the tourist season picks up and all that, by and large, even though it can get crowded in the tourist season, but too bad, unfortunately, for those who dislike crowds, but that's another story. But yeah, there we are. Amberley Museum, oh, you can thank one person and one person for giving me the incentivization and recommendation in going to Amberley Museum itself. This man, he needs no introduction. It's Jonathan Clements, another one of my greatest and good friends, who I think of very, very dearly in the fondest regard, out of the friendliness of sincerity in every way. Jonathan, he's one of my new friends who I encountered around about the same time I first became familiar of Graham and Fiona back in 2023, and Trevor Colt and the Hutches too. So one can really thank Jonathan Clements himself for recommending the Amberley Museum to me. Amberley Museum isn't fortunately not terribly far from Jonathan himself, so in the future we're going to have future meetups at the Amberley Museum. That is obviously in showcase dependence of our circumstances, but I believe we're going to meet up quite a good few times at Amberley Museum. It's certainly a place for me to go to in my future, Amberley Museum itself. But really getting to the whole on the event that I went to, I would recommend the Amberley Museum Autumn Bus Show event big time. I mean, it was just an astonishingly fantastic event. They show buses from namely vintage era and also fairly modern day era, but the much more interesting highlight, if you like, of the Amberley Museum bus event are when they're showing the heritage vintage buses and all the rest of things. But Amberley Museum, they have other interesting sites to show. But when I go to Amberley Museum, which I'm to be going to again in 2025, I shall be going on a day where it's not going to be an event happening, but I am, however, going to go to quite a good few Amberley Museum 2025 events over the course of 2025, being that of the events that I can personally attend to. But they have lots of interesting sights to see, and even a narrow gauge railway, not to mention, at Amberley Museum to tell oneself of things on an exciting note. And you don't need to pay an additional fare to ride on the narrow gauge railway, but you only have to pay your entry fee at the Amberley Museum, unless you've got annually paid memberships, as far as I'm certain how it goes and all that. Thank you all for taking the time with listening to this Amberley Museum Insight. And would I recommend Amberley Museum to tourists visiting the length and breadth of the United Kingdom as a whole? I would 100% most certainly say so, yes indeed. Thank you for listening. Ta-ta for now. What did one make of this representation? JB, hello to you. Good evening. Good evening to you, Jay. Good evening. Your car is down. You must walk to the shops. Oh, it's a pleasure. Ta-ta for now, my lovely lady. Ta-ta for now, Silent Night. I wouldn't say goodbye to you without giving you a nice long hug. A nice long hug always. Ta-ta for now, my lady, Silent Night. Ta-ta for now. You loved it. How wonderful. I'm happy learning you loved it. And you loved it too. Thank you, Rexy, and thank you to you too. Thank you. Yes, yes. No, but I do hope I hadn't caused any offence with certain representations of mine. I do hope this had not caused offence or anything for certain things I'd said, but I thought I'd share this new presentation all the same. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you. Thank you. Just got to see if I've not missed anything. Oh no, Willa, you didn't do it again, did you? Naughty, naughty gal. If you have indeed chewed up Harriet's one of Harriet's slippers, you naughty, naughty girl. That is naughty. Harriet would have paid good money to have bought those slippers which you chewed up. Naughty girl. You've been there. Hope to go to events there soon. They host more than one event every single year, just to say. There's not just one. They host quite a good few events every year. Just to tell you of things, it's every year they host quite a good few events, not just one. Heidi, I didn't think you liked going out, and just to let you know, it can get quite busy at the Amberley Bus Museum event, and the same with certain rail replacement bus services and all that. And I didn't think you liked busy environments, but it's a fairly busy environment, those events. But interesting learning. You'd be interested if you were to be going there or not. But if you were there in England, I mean, I didn't know, but obviously, if you are to go, you would obviously have to fly over. But interesting seeing your statements there. Interesting. Amberley Museum hosts far more than just the Amberley Autumn Bus Show event. They host more than just that event, just say. They host quite a good few. Same, I'm hoping so for Cider Night too. Oh, thank you, Wanda. You love my presentations, especially not being able to get to any now. Now that is frustrating, not being able to get to any presentations. You know. Yes, you said you went for your birthday. That's a lovely birthday treat. It's a lovely birthday treat. Willa heard me. Oh, God. I think when it comes to events at Amberley, I don't think they're quiet. I don't think they're quiet for a lack of people. I don't think, Heidi. I think the only time you'd find Amberley Museum to be quiet is when they don't host events. I think that's the only time that they're quiet. I think, but unfortunately, Hailey, there's nothing you can do about busy or crowded environments. There's nothing one could do about them. But if one doesn't like them, unfortunately, that's too bad, I'm afraid. But I don't think the Amberley events are generally quiet in terms of the lack of people, if that's what you're looking for. No, but I think the only times you'd sometimes find a lack of people at Amberley Museum, Hailey, is when they're not hosting events. Ouch. Thought I might point this out to you all the same. And same with rail replacement bus services or rail services and all that. I don't think they're quiet after certain times and all that, you know. Think with railway services, they're only quiet after certain peak times and all that. You know. Bradley Harwood, hello to you, Bradley. Hello. You enjoy my videos. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's normally the best way forward to avoid being walked on, to avoid being knocked over with walked on and all that. Best way forward, really, to go at the less busy times to avoid being walked over on and all that, you know. Sometimes you can't even see where one's going in the busy rush hour and all that, you know, by and large, speaking of which. No, but in regard to Amberley Museum, I don't think you'd find a less busy event when it comes to event attending there. I think the only time you would find Amberley Museum to be quiet is when they're not hosting an event and all that. I think that's the same with any museum by and large, highly, you know. No, but to be honest with me, in other things, how would I be crowded environment? Oh gosh. It's not brilliant. Obviously, it's certainly not brilliant, but to be honest with you, I just get on with it, really. I just get on with a crowded environment because there's nothing you can do about it. So if I ever did inadvertently end up finding myself, if I did inadvertently end up finding myself in a crowded environment and I wasn't intending to be in that environment, if anything, I just get on with it, you know, because there's nothing you can do about it, and I just get on with it. So there we are. There we are, really. Thought I'd tell you anyway. But little did I realize you didn't like people, you know, for certain things. I don't know if I got that wrong or not, but yes, everybody is different. All I can say, Heidi, on that is everybody is different. That's all. But unfortunately, there are things that we cannot control in life, and that is a busy event or busy environment, and that's nothing we can control. It's beyond one's control, unfortunately. But pleasure always. Pleasure always. Slippergate. That's a good one. Thank you, Blacksmith. Thank you for your friendliness towards Bradley. Thank you. Thank you. I was getting a few messages. Well, in the way it's spoken of, seems like one talks about it as if you could do something about it, when unfortunately you can't. But I was just saying, that's all, Heidi, just saying, that's all. I'm trying to remember. I think I got a little tin set once for Christmas as a little boy, a little tin train set many years ago. I must have been about 9, I think, something like that. But it was a little round tin train set I got years and years ago. I don't think I've got it now, but I used to play with it years and years ago. Something like that. You know. Oh gosh, I put in the wrong thing. Because now it's time for a 20-minute guest invite, just to say. But once we've got a guest in the green room, the StreamYard invite link will be removed once we've got 3 guests. Once we've got about 3 guests max, or about 2 minutes after a guest has come. If no guests come in about 2 minutes after the first one's come in, the StreamYard link will be removed. That's invite link, that is. But it's now going to be time for about 20 minutes, 20, 30 odd minutes of guest time now, just to say. Oh, I think I'm forgetting something. Right now, who is ready for some guest time here? Okay, yep, it is guest time without questioning round a doubt. But remember, it's going to be 2 minutes. If there's not a second guest within 2 minutes if there's only one guest and it's only been 2 minutes since one guest has come in, the StreamYard link will be removed. Okay, links up for those who want to come on. Provided you are 18 and over. But the 2 exemptions would be Rexy and Loco. As you know, my mods have a great deal of trust in Rexy and Loco, fortunately enough. But it's really about safety in that matter. Don't you, Harriet, within 2 minutes. If there's not a second guest after the first, the link will be removed. Do be assured. It will have to be 2 minutes after one guest is on. And then once that 2 minutes is up and no other guests come on, the link's removed. Oh, we got someone here. Rexy. Hello, Rexy.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Rexy. And just to let you know, when it comes to representations of yours, it's on a time limit and not overdone, as you know.
Yes.
But good to see you, Rexy. Good to see you as usual.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, no, but it's good. It's a good resounding welcome back to you.
Yes, I've finally finished college before Christmas. Finished
you finished early. You finished
yeah, very early.
Normally, most colleges don't finish till about next week.
Yeah. I've got till January.
Yep, January. And come January, the Hastings Diesel is going to be going in Hastings. It'll be seen in Red Hill.
Oh, will it?
Yes, I'll link everything to you privately in the Discord.
Cool.
But yes, Rexy, go ahead. What did you have to say?
Right, I have some things I want to represent.
Yes, but I'm gonna have to do it on a time. You'll be on a time limit. I'll put you on a. I'm gonna put you on a 25-minute time limit. Okay, like
That's
last
fine.
time, remember?
Yes.
But
Absolutely
just
fine.
wait a moment before you go ahead with anything. Next, I've got to set the timer. I've got to set the timer before you go ahead with anything. Okay, timer's on, ready to start.
Right, ready. Let's go.
And we're about 2 minutes because we haven't had a second guest in about 2 minutes, so it's time to remove the StreamYard link now. The invite, that is. Ready when you are, Rexy.
Shouldn't take long. It's going to be a very interesting one.
Pleasure, Harriet. Do be assured I would obviously put those strict rules in. Okay? Oh,
right. So,
a new-looking Metro bus there.
brand new hydrogen bus for the route 430 and the 435.
That's one of the new hydrogen ones, is it? Oh, brilliant. And this is certainly one I've not seen before as of yet, Rexy. This is the first time I've seen this picture.
They've just come into service 2 days ago, so they're really fresh. I think this is the only one in service.
This could explain why I hadn't seen this picture up until now. This could really thoroughly explain as to why now, when delving into the point and insight of it.
Yes. I really like the livery. However, the logo doesn't look too great.
No, the logo really could do with some improvement, can't it? But the livery,
livery's good. I just like the older logo. The old Metro bus logo.
The new logo looks very done to death, in my opinion.
It looks very modern.
Modern logos, in my opinion, I think they look very done to death, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Very, very done to death. I'm not trying to say it rudely, but it's just a cynical view I take on that.
Oh, yeah. 100% agree. But yeah, these I really like the colouring in terms of like the blue. Really stands out.
Nothing could beat its livery. Nothing could beat the livery, in my opinion.
But yeah, it's
one part
really
of the
nice.
livery, the darker blue, it nearly matches the colour of my jacket. Doesn't it?
Yes. Almost. If it was a bit brighter, a bit more vibrant. Yeah, I'd say it'd match.
It nearly matched my jacket in a way.
Right. Quickly move on. Got the next one
it's
up.
It's too cold to wear it at the moment because it's winter.
Oh, yeah, it's freezing outside.
Bloody hell it is, yes. I had to wear, even with my big duffel, it's still frozen cold. But I've got
to wake up.
Luckily.
Had to wake up really early this morning.
Oh, yes, because of Cran Line, yes.
Yes. Let me just get
And I'm seeing it again later this evening.
Oh, very good.
I mean, are you seeing it again later this evening, Rexy?
No, I've already seen it.
Okay. So I'll be seeing it twice today.
Right.
Oh.
It's up.
Cran Line, that's Cran Line.
So it passed at 7:01 in the morning.
And obviously it's still dark because, of course, the winter dark hours.
Yeah. But I had to wake up really early, about 5.
I thought you were very near the Salford railway station, Rexy.
Yes, it takes me about 30 minutes to walk down there. I underestimated myself there because I got down there in about 10 minutes.
Oh, no, that would be quite a while. That's quite a long walk, 30 minutes.
I was just cautious, so I went a bit earlier just in case it was early, because usually these things happen. Turns out it was late, so I didn't really need to rush.
It arrived at Preston Park about 10 minutes late, around about 10 minutes late, something like that.
Yes.
It was late arriving at Preston Park, but I think it left on more or less on time, something like that.
But this service that I saw was not in passenger service. It came from Southall. And it was
I know.
3 bridges before it started its service.
Well, it wasn't for passenger use, was it? It was just on the empty coach stocking until it gets to 3 bridges.
But inside those coaches looks luxury.
Oh, no, very, very luxurious looking rail tour, above and beyond anything. It's only £130 for an adult standard class ticket. If you were to
Yeah.
ride, if one was to ride it, and I
Well,
may
good journey.
possibly this time next year consider riding this rail tour if I get the chance. But if it stops at Hove, obviously I'd get it from Hove.
Yeah, I think it bordered at Hove. It was
It did.
Haywards
It did.
Heath, Hove.
And Worthing.
Yep, Worthing. I'm trying to think of other stations it stopped at.
I'll check the
I think
real
that's all I
time.
can remember.
I'll check the
Yeah.
real trains. Yes, Worthing, Hedge End,
Hedge End, yeah.
Salisbury, Westbury,
Yeah.
Spa, and of course the final stop, Bristol Temple Meads. And then
Yeah.
it's
I think
leaving. Oh, sorry. Then it's leaving Bristol later this evening.
yes. I think it turned around at Bristol. Not Bristol, Salisbury. So the 47 was leading, and it was pulling Clan Line all the way to Bristol. But yes, I shall show another.
Okay. Right. Sorry, I was
Right.
just looking at something.
No problem, just getting another image up.
I think it's just left Bristol now.
Oh, has it? Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
I think
It
it's
does take
left.
quite a while to get back.
But, yes, but was there anything else you needed to share, Rexy?
Yep, got two more things to share.
Okay.
As it was super dark, my phone just didn't like the lighting at all. So
I
it
could
looked
imagine.
really isolated.
But still,
However,
the picture came out okay.
this was a southern service. I actually stopped at Salfords and was going to Orr, which really surprised me because Orr is quite far away. And I would expect it to not stop at Salfords.
Oh, no, same with me too. I'd be the same on that.
I think it was a 1 Foxtrot service. So those are usually quite fast.
Yeah, no, I could imagine, yes.
But, I was really surprised to see.
This surprises me too.
But yeah, that was this morning. I think that was about 5:30.
Yes. Gosh, very Annie. Very, very Annie.
Indeed. I think I have a video to share.
Please do share it.
Just having a look. Right, I think I've got it. Let me just get that. Right. Now I'll share this. Here we go. So this was at Havant yesterday. And there we go.
Fantastic shot.
Hello, Heather.
Oh, yes, Heather's in. Hello, Heather. Gosh. No, I totally agree. Trains are amazing, Heather. Yes. Son has several collections. Impressive. Impressive. How enchanted. I think you did say to me before, Heather, that your dearly loved son, Ronnie, has a model train set that he sets up every Christmas time, as far as I'm remotely certain, but do correct me in case I'm wrong. Is that all for the representations, Rexy?
One more, and I think I shall be done.
You've still got quite a great bit of time to keep with representing.
Right. This is a 377 passing southwards.
Yeah, in the dark.
Roughly the same time.
Oh, sorry.
And straight back out into the darkness it goes.
Yep, it was just well, I think the best way to put it, Rexy, is it vanished into the darkness.
Yep.
It vanished into the darkness. That's a good way to quote it, by and large.
Yeah.
You've still got quite a great bit of time. You've got over 13 minutes to spare.
I think
So
I'll show another one then.
You did not go over time, just to tell you.
I'll share one more.
I need to see what Heather said. Myself and your son have so many things in common. I totally agree, Hailey. Thank you, Hailey, for your support towards Rexy. Thank you.
Thank you, Hailey.
Nothing nicer than the sound of a train in the distance as you sleep. So soothing. Too right there. Thank you, Heather, for your friendliness towards Harriet. Thank you. Always a tree under our tree every year.
So this was the train that was going to Orr, and now it's departing. Take a closer look at the track, and you'll see some sparks.
Okay, I'm watching closely.
There we go, that heads off. There's a few sparks near the right-hand side where it goes off into the darkness.
Yes, I could see. Sorry, I was reading what Heather had to say. Don't worry, we all make those grammar mistakes. No worries, Heather. Even Heather's just complimented your photos and videos.
Thank you, Heather.
I've personally met Rexy, by the way, Heather, just to say. We've both actually met. We both met at Worthing Bus Rally.
Indeed.
Although he didn't meet Jonathan and David, but not to worry, I'm sure he'll run into them hopefully this time next year. Even though Jonathan has got a special birthday event this time next year. Not his birthday, but a relative of his. But I'm guessing it'll probably be before Worthing Bus Rally or possibly after, I don't know.
But yeah, the sparks are quite cool to see. You see that little white light? Just, I think that's where my cursor is, yeah. Where my cursor is, that little white.
Yeah, it's the spark.
Yep.
Oh, Rexy's a good friend. Rexy's a very good friend. And actually, you'd be surprised, Heather, Rexy's younger than I.
But yeah, I decided to try and spot at night as well. That was kind of one of my bucket list things to do.
A late night rail enthusiasm, late night out for rail watching.
Yeah.
Almost like late night live. Well, dangerous as it is, I think you succeeded well with the late night rail watching.
Yes, I think so too. Actually,
It's really not something I could do very often, late night rail watching, because of how risky it is at night.
Yeah. Again, I went to the stations that I properly know of, like Salford's, very close.
Yeah. I don't mind a nice night out to the pub, but then again, it's much more risky than it used to be in the past, and that's the only problem.
Yeah. Right, I should probably show one more and then...
You've got over 9 minutes to spare, so you've still got a long time.
Yeah.
Great evening photo. Heather said it was a good evening photo when she saw the spot.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Rexy, ready to shoot it up?
So, just a little backstory. I met this onboard supervisor. I already knew him for a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah, so just travelled all the way up to Havant. So, it's the train departing. This came from Brighton. Indeed, it is, Bills. There you go.
Brilliant shot. So this man here, you knew him?
Yes.
The small man on board the Gatwick Express train, you knew him?
Yep. He's quite tall. I think he's almost taller than me.
Oh, is he? Yes,
but yeah, Bills, it is the British Ace.
I mean, because you're obviously not short yourself, aren't you?
No.
How would one describe me? I'm not exactly short, no. I mean...
No,
you're
a bit shorter than me, but like not by a lot.
Well, I'm 5'8" of height, so I'm not what you call a tall man.
I'm roughly 5'9.5".
I'd believe that easily. Yeah, I'm 5'8" and 11 stone, which in the American and Canadian neck of the woods is 154 pounds or 70 kilos.
Yes. But yeah, the onboard supervisor is a YouTuber as well.
Really?
Yeah, he has about 16,000 subscribers, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow, he does very well as an enthusiast.
Yes. He's mainly focused on like simulator games.
Oh, so he's an enthusiast for simulation games. So he's done pretty well for it.
Yep, and he works for Southern, so as an onboard supervisor.
Well done him.
But yeah, I arrived at Brighton and he got me a hot chocolate. It was really nice of him. I didn't expect it.
I'm happy he did the kindly gesture to you.
Yeah. So I joined all the way down to Havant, which was about an hour and 30 minutes. But yeah, I think that should wrap up my representation for this live stream.
Yes. Well, you left you with 6 minutes to spare, so you didn't go over time.
Indeed.
But they were fantastic representations, Rexy. You definitely make a good showcase representations in your content. You do it very well.
Thank you. Yeah, almost close to 1,000. Got 24 more to go.
I believe you're going to hit it by 2025. I believe you are.
Hopefully.
I think 2025, I wouldn't be surprised that you would hit the 1K subscriber milestone sometime that year.
Yeah.
I mean, and as Trevor Colt would so say, we lift each other up and help each other out.
Indeed.
Because obviously you follow Trevor at times too, as well, don't you?
Yeah, he makes great content.
Oh, he's brilliant. Trevor's brilliant. Oh, Bill's got a question for you. He's asking, what route on Train Sim World should you do tonight?
I have a feeling you should do... let's go with Brighton Main Line.
Good suggestion.
But yeah, sorry if I missed the gameplay live show. I went in there for a bit, but I was so busy that day.
Yes, you and
I could
remember.
not.
No worries. No worries at all, Rexy. No worries. This is only all the more the truth, Heather. Yes. And not only do we admire him for his smartness and things, but sorry, Adam. Yeah, not only do we admire him for being smart and things, Heather, but also for what he did when he served in the armed forces. That's what we can admire him for, with respectable reverence and all that, in every way, for all that he
Indeed.
did when he served in the armed forces.
But yes,
Yes.
I should be heading off. Thank you for having me on.
It's a pleasure, Rexy. We are going to have to finish in about 2 minutes because I need to nip to the loo in about a couple of minutes.
Fair enough. But yeah, thank you for having me on.
Pleasure, Rexy. It's certainly a pleasure.
I shall be on whenever your next live stream is, which I think is a Christmas one, if I'm not mistaken.
Christmas ones are the next ones, but Christmas ones that's going to be done all the way through, but only until after Boxing Day. We're back to live streams as usual, within a certain schedule, that is.
Yes.
Because as you know, I can't just live stream every day. It has to be done on a certain set day.
Yeah. But I'll probably join most live streams. I probably won't join the ones that are from the 22nd and onwards, as you're quite busy.
Yes, but not to worry. It'll certainly be wonderful to have you or other guests on board the Christmas live streams. Obviously, we can only see what we can, but with Christmas live streams, Rexy, just to give you a little heads up warning, they're generally by and large only going to be about 60 to 90 odd minutes in duration.
That's fine.
Yes. You take care, Rexy. Have a good rest
care,
of your
Foxy.
weekend, won't you?
You too.
Shut up for now. Fantastic having Rexy on. It's a good friend. And we're going to meet again one day, Rexy and I. We first met at Worthing Bus Journey, and we're certainly going to meet again in the future years to come. Don't worry if you please do not worry about missing the next live, Heather. It's certainly not a problem. Certainly no trouble at all. The only problem I have, Heather, is the lack of respect our veterans receive. That's the only problem I really have. Trevor has that problem too, and I have that problem as well. Just to say. So we have so much to thank for not only Trevor, but all our veterans who served in the armed forces. No, I did see, Harriet, I did see. Thank you. Thank you, Heather. You take care, Rexy. Ta-ta for now. Yes, I remember you saying before, Black says, sorry, I had a little bit of a chill because I need to nip to the loo, and I got the chill because I need to nip to the loo very, very shortly. But I remember you saying it was Trevor that put you through to me. Yes, and I cannot thank Trevor enough for all the support he's done for not just me, but other YouTubers too. Thank you all, everybody, for watching. This is it. And now this is, as you know, the last live stream. The last live stream before the Christmas live streams, that is. And once the Christmas lives and the potential Christmas Day and Boxing Day live streams are done, but I don't know if they're going to happen yet, but that would be another story post-Christmas Eve. This is the last Saturday live special before the Christmas live streams. Thank you all for watching, and I shall see you in the last late night live before the Christmas live stream proceedings. You know. Oh, Trevor's brilliant. He's well and truly brilliant. Blacksmith. He's beyond nice. He's fantastic. And an exceptionally brilliant man. Thank you. And he's heroic in every way. Right, everybody, now it's time to finish things off. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye. And may good wishes and happiness be knocking kindly and happily on your doorstep. See you in the final late night live before the Christmas live streams. But once Christmas lives are done, back to live streams as usual. on the normal scale, that is.